Welcome to episode 1 of Bootcamp, a new series that will hopefully help you and your team to improve your overall competitive play when playing the MLG variant, maps and rule set. You can come back to this video anytime if you want and click on any one of these titles to take you to that point of the video. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Episode 1 of Bootcamp is capture the flag and firing range, as you probably saw from the title screen. The flag at the top of the map is situated next to the toilet with very little cover, and the second one situated down in firing range with a lot of cover, and this is normally the easiest one to defend. This map has a lot of buildings that provide good cover and good sites of choke points, and you will find that most of your deaths come from you being out in the open and your opponent being in one of the hot spots which are in the buildings. This map provides a lot of high action and high tempo gameplay, and it's one of my personal favourites, as the games normally end up being quite high scoring and it's very exciting to watch. Opening routes on any map set you up for the game, and if you lose your first few gunfights, then the other team are going to be set up and you're automatically going to be on the back foot. Getting an opening route is incredibly important, especially in capture the flag, as soon as you get 2 people down, that can lead to an early cap which can be devastating. The first flag route I'm going to show you is the opening route on the Op 40 spawn. This is the one I normally take, as you run up to tin and you try and cook an aid to blow up that car. This will normally get you an early kill and gives you a good sight of top wood to pick off your next opponent. The second opening route is where you run to jungle side and you pick off any early rushers who are looking to pull the flag early. This is a very effective route. The third and final opening route from the Op 40 spawn is straight up the middle. This is a very risky move, as you can be picked off easily by grenades and people moving into trailer and bottom wood from their spawn. However, it can pay dividends if you can get 2 down and pull that flag nice and early. The first opening route I would take on the Troper side would be to jump on top of the barrel and camo. This gives you a great sight of jungle and you can take off those early rushers looking to pull the flag nice and early. Now you've got a great view of them and they have a very little sight of you and often pre-fire this area. However, if you're on the ball and you've got a good aim, you should be able to pick them off before you're taken out. The second opening route from Troper's spawn would be for me to throw a nade down to the ramp as they're moving into tin and pushing up to sandbags, and also to get into trailers. This gives you great cover and provides you a good line of sight over the middle of the map. This stops them pushing into wood early and getting control of jungle, which is one of the most vital parts on the map. The third and final opening route from the Troper spawn would be to move to top wood nice and early whilst cooking the nade and chuck it towards sandbags. This may sometimes work, as you can see it did here for me in this scrim. Hotspots are the areas on the map where they give you the best cover, the best lines of sight and good views over choke points and giving you cover for your flag runner. It's very important to be in control of these points and make sure you have control of them and the enemy don't, as this can result in spawn trapping and a very heavy beating. There are 3 main hotspots on this map, and wood being the first. Wood gives you great view of mid-map, back trailer and also jungle. These are 3 spots where the players will be spawning and running from to try and cut off your flag runner and also get to your flag. If you can maintain top and bottom wood throughout the duration of the game, you should come off with a nice and easy victory. Remember, however, if you are on top wood, you are very prone to nades. So once you've got a kill, rotate round to bottom wood, to the stairs, keep moving, also jump on top camo. If you keep moving, it keeps the opponent guessing and it's very hard for them to take you out if they don't know where you are. Trailer is the second hotspot on this map I'll be showing you, and it has a great view of B-dom and mid-map, and also a great view of bunker. Now this can help to manipulate the spawns and stop players from running from their spawn at C-Shack all the way over to the flag runner, who will most likely be running up through jungle. It also has good sight of top tin and top wood. Last but not least is tin, the third hotspot on this map. With 2 stories, it has elevation and good lines of sight down upon enemies, especially spawning by bunker and C-dom. This can help to manipulate the spawns and provide cut-offs for the flag runner who will be running up jungle. With a view over the enemy flag as well from the Troper's spawn, it provides a good view on ramp with the head glitch and the cut-off through mid-map and from the C-Shack spawn. When playing any game mode in the competitive setting, it's important to have a setup. Especially on capture the flag bows, you need to protect the flag runner as much as possible. Here I'll be showing you the two main setups that you should be using when running the flag jungle from both spawns. As you can see in the diagram, 3 areas are highlighted red. These areas are the main areas that players will be running from to get to your flag runner and prevent the flag capture. You'll need players in each of the hotspots to prevent them from getting to your flag runner and ensure a safe and successful capture. Now as you can see, we've got 1 flag runner and 3 of them in the 3 hotspots on the map. This is the ideal setup as it will provide cover and the cut-offs to prevent the enemy from tracking down that flag runner. Here is the exact same thing but the setup for the Op40 spawn. It's very similar. You need a player in each or around each of the hotspots to prevent the players from chasing down your flag runner and to ensure that safe and successful capture. It's important to know different flag routes and more than one way, because if you keep going the same way you may become predictable, and if you have different setups it may require a different route back to base. The first flag route from Troper's spawn is the one used most commonly by players. It provides a lot of cover and is one of the fastest routes back to your base. By running the flag jungle and having your team set up correctly, you can force them to spawn out at Ascendancy. Here is the same flag route but from the other spawn. By forcing them to spawn out at Ascendancy, this prevents them from cutting off the flag runner, and if you're set up correctly you should be able to make a successful capture. The second flag route from the Troper spawn is straight up the middle. Now you'd often use this flag route if you know there's a player on jungle and your team's set up incredibly well so you can get the flag back. Also if you're trying to pull the flag in the last 10-15 seconds of a game, then this is the route you probably want to take. This is the same flag route but from the other spawn. As you can see, you have to run across the mid-map to take this flag back, and it's a very risky strategy. So unless your team is set up incredibly well, then I wouldn't recommend using this route. The third and final flag route is up through C tunnel, through the bunker and along that trailer. Now I wouldn't ever recommend this unless you're the last alive and pulling the flag to prevent a capture. Then this might be a good route to take out as they'll probably be running jungle, but apart from that then don't use it. This is the same route but from the other side. Now obviously there are many different flag routes you can take and there's a lot more from each side, but these are the main ones, so I hope you found them useful. This is the fastest flag route on the map if you're using Marathon and Lightweight Pro, and takes only 10 seconds to go from one end of the map to the other. One of the most important things in any competitive game mode is slaying and making sure the opponents have 2 or 3 players down. Now if you can manage to do that, you're almost ensuring a flag capture. And to do this you need to know the spawns, how they work and how to flip them and manipulate them to make it easy for your flag runner to get back to base without being challenged. This diagram shows all 3 Troper spawn points. Enemies will spawn in the spawn point which is free and not occupied by one of your team. However, if all 3 are occupied, then they will spawn in one of them, and yeah, you're pretty much done for. So try not to be in all 3 spawn points. Ideally you'd have 1 guy in trailer, 1 guy in wood, and this will force them to spawn C-shack. And if you've got someone in trailer and you've got someone in bottom tin, they're having a hard time getting out of that spawn. But don't push too far in, because otherwise the spawns will flip to bottom wood, and you need control of jungle side, especially in capture the flag on firing range. This diagram shows the 3 Op40 spawn points, 1 by C-shack, 1 in jungle and 1 by the tyres. Now similarly to the Troper spawn points, you want to try and get them spawning out at C-shack. If you can manage to do this, they're going to be as far away as possible from the jungle, and this is the easiest way to run the flag, so you'll get a better chance of successfully capturing that flag. Ideally have someone in bottom tin, someone on the barrels in jungle, and someone in trailer, and this will keep them locked in. If they do spawn tyres, then they can run out up ramp, but your guy in bottom tin should pick them off and they can run jungle, and your guy in jungle should pick them off, and if they decide to run up the C tunnel towards the C shack spawn, the guy in bottom tin again can pick them off. So they are contained here, and this is a very good tactic to use. Knowing nade spots and how to cut off popular routes is essential when playing competitive. Especially when you spawn in, the enemy's pulled your flag, you need to be able to get a nade off to try and cut off that route. This first grenade is thrown from the C shack spawn all the way across to behind wood, where the flag runner will be running jungle. The second grenade spot is when you're running up ramp from your C tire spawn and you want to try and pick off the guy on top wood. The third grenade spot is an opening one you can take from your spawn if you're spawning Troper's side. Simply run and throw it down towards ramp. If you spawn C shack but on the other side and you want to try and hit them coming down back jungle, you can simply throw it over the top of trailer. If you're on jungle and you know they're spawning C shack, you can throw this nade to take them out as soon as they spawn. Trailer's a hot spot that's notoriously hard to get people out of. Using this nade spot can help a lot if they camp behind the desk. This nade spot is used if you're trying to stop them capturing a flag at the last minute or pulling your flag. If you've just spawned in C shack and you know they're going to be pulling your flag, immediately start to cook a grenade and throw it towards wood. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. It took so long to put together. But I think it was worth it. Definitely one of the videos I put the most effort into, and I think I'm most proud of that one more than any other. So I'd really appreciate it if you could share the link with your friends, just let them know about it, especially if they're into competitive gaming, and I'd really appreciate that. But if not, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy your day.